So, welcome everyone back if you're a VOD squad, but everyone else who's here hasn't gone anywhere. We're going to be jumping into some Hunter Call of the Wild for the rest of tonight, which is going to be fun. Let me just update my stream description and all such things. It says, follow your heart, whatever comes across the top of your head. Okay, well, oh, sorry, I got distracted by Super Hori. Lego racing game, you have Forza Horizon 4 with Lego DLC. See, that's one of the things that made me really want to play Forza, because that sounds awesome. But no, they have, it's called like Lego 2K Drive or something? Yeah, and it's either just recently released on Steam or it's in pre-orders on Steam, I'm not sure. It seems to be out on Steam, but it's 50 quid and I don't have that for a racing game. I don't have that for anything. Uh, dinosaur fact. Oh, well, I tell you one thing that's kind of an interesting dinosaur fact. So there's a group of people, and they're not correct. I should preface this by saying. But there's a group of people who think that we should rename the dinosaur genus Megalosaurus because the first ever Megalosaurus bone that was found, and one of, if not the first ever dinosaur bone to ever be scientifically described, it was the nub end of a Megalosaurus longbone. So if you imagine something like a femur, fibia, tibia, that kind of thing, just the end of it, where it's just kind of sort of two lumps. And the guy who described it, this was in like the 1700s, maybe the early 1800s. He looked at this kind of nub thing and he said, I wonder what this looks like. And he wrote in the paper, and he called this specimen Scrotum humanum, right? And even though he didn't formally describe a species or anything, there are some people who think that because he did this, we should rename the dinosaur genus Megalosaurus to Scrotum humanum. Which is patently ridiculous, but I do think it's very funny that one of the very first dinosaur bones ever, properly known about, someone looked at it and was like, yeah, it looks a little sketch. Anyway, so there's your dinosaur fact, boom boom. I need to get on with changing stream titles and stuff, because I'm being slow. Boop, there we go. Stream info is updated. And yes, thank you, Boom Boom, as well, for showing off some of the wonderful emotes you can have. Imagine I'm doing kind of like a sales pitch sort of hand gesture, like, look at this wonderful emote, you can have these too. All you need to do is click that shiny little subscribe button at the bottom of your screens. And you too can do such things as rar or learn. Or wreck face, which I do quite enjoy. I must admit, even though it doesn't get used super often. Alright, here's some Hunter for you. Oh, yeah, you can also forget, which, hilariously, I forgot was one of my emotes. And they're all hand-drawn by yours truly, because I can't afford to pay artists. But don't think on it too hard. Oh, that's probably really loud for you, isn't it? Because I had the volume all the way up for Bionicle, because Bionicle's really quiet. Oh, gosh, this is gonna be a good way for me to get out all of that excitement and anticipation from Bionicle. We're gonna be heading to Medved-Taiga on the Siberian mainland. I didn't sort of realize Siberia had a significant non-mainland, but I guess it must do. To the snowy wastes, where you have wonderful reindeer like this, and a host of other creatures, and wolves. Don't mention the wolves. I have I don't really. It's just they're a bit scary in the game. Oh yeah, and last time we were on a great trek to the east because I spent my entire time on this map in like this tiny area basically. And so I thought it was time for me to actually get out and see the world, or at least the rest of Siberia. Especially as the wind is always blowing in an annoying, awkward way. So that'll be what we're continuing on with today. We're starting out from this little outpost here. We're going to plop down a marker. I'm actually going to plop down a marker here. That'll be our waypoint, but ultimately we're trying to get to... What's this called? The Trenye Plains Southern Lookout Point. Ooh, we're going over there, and from there we'll hopefully find another little lovely house that we can rest in, and we'll shoot up anything we come across along the way. Let's have a look at our loadout and do some kit fixing. Right, I have a general Medved set. So the Medved map has animals in classes 1 to 8, I think. There's certainly nothing in class 9. There might not be a class 7. I'm going to have to look this up, aren't I? Oh, I hate having to look this up. It takes so long. It makes the kit fixing section take forever. Medved-Taiga on the wiki. Show me what animals I have. Huntable animals. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All have one animal in them each. There we go. So we've got the .303, which is my favourite gun in the whole game. Pretty much. That covers class 4 to 8, I'm pretty sure. There's our ammo for it. .303, yeah, classes 4 to 8. We've got the Ranger 203, which does 2 to 3 most importantly, but also will do 4 to 6 in a pinch. We have the Anderson tiny little, barely better than the BB gun for the class 1s, and the bow, which we can use to take on anything in the resort as long as we have the right ammo for it. That was a lynx mating call. There is no point going after it, we will never ever find it. Let's make sure we have everything set up on the right things. Oh, it's pre-filled for us and everything. That's wonderful. I love it. We are desperately low on some of the ammo for this, aren't we? What do we need more of? Oh, it's just the arrows, actually, that we could do with some more of. So these are what they call the take all comers arrows, because... hang on, where are we? 420 ground, broadhead trace arrows, because these are classes 2 to 7. So there's very rarely many class 8 and 9 animals in reserve. And there's not too many class 1 animals in reserve, and these arrows do literally everything else. So you get through them at quite the rate. I always like to start out with 50 or more on with me. What binocs do we have? We have the day binoculars. And okay, I'm going to ask all of you to cover your ears because the noise I'm about to make is absolutely horrible. Yep, told you. That's the caller for small predators. So here that's lynx, elsewhere that might be foxes, coyotes, that sort of thing. Let's see if we can encourage this little kitty cat to come towards us. Lynxes are one of the most difficult animals to hunt in the game, apart from maybe some of the birds. They're certainly, I think, the most difficult quadrupeds to hunt in the game. Although I don't have much experience with lions. Lions might be difficult, I'm not sure. But lynxes, they're small, they're active almost entirely at night when you can't bloody see anything. They have excellent senses, so they'll hear you a long time before you hear them. They'll smell you from miles away as well. They probably have extra good sight as well, but I don't know if the game models animals as having different visual acuity. So they're just a right old pain, but that does, in a way, make it all the more satisfying when you do successfully get one. Gonna blow for it again. want to go too far in this direction, to be honest. Because, this is the opposite way to the way we want to go. I don't honestly expect to actually be able to see it and or shoot this lynx. No, okay. We've not got that long, so time marches on, and so shall we. Superhore says, I'm trying to build a house in Minecraft 1.20. What colour goes well with pink? Well, as a true connoisseur of colours, the best matches for pink are pastel blue and white. But if you want metallics, I'd recommend like a bronzy type colour, so maybe your copper blocks, stuff like that, or waxed copper, because obviously otherwise it'll rust. What's it called? What's rusting called when it's copper? Patina! It'll oxidize. It'll do that thing what copper blocks do. Ah, you're talking stained glass. I don't know, I've never used that much pink stained glass to tell you the truth. What's that thing over there? Okay, we're gonna reorient ourselves towards this, just because it seems fairly close and achievable. Maybe yellows might work with pink stained glass? I don't really know. Don't you do that! I know you're not there! I just went looking for you! Oh. Oh, hello. Hello. No, I don't think we got him. I'm not very good at hitting moving targets. No, we didn't get him. But it's good that we tried. It's more practice for the future. One day, I will be very good at hitting them. And then no bird will be safe. I actually don't even know how to pronounce that bird's name. As comes up semi-regularly when I stream this map. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing implies a significantly greater degree of authorial intent and indeed control over my own circumstances than I really exert, but we'll try. We'll try our best. Now, of course, because I have fired a gun, rapid fire, into the air, not hitting anything, I will have spooked off any animals that might previously have been down here. No, that's a rock. I'm not doing well for distinguishing animals from rocks recently. There have been quite a lot of oh, what's that? It's a rock. Live on stream. What time is it in game? 11 in the morning. That is a musk deer. That would be a fine first take of the day. Little baby deer. Not baby deer, they're just small. I will have to navigate a hill, however, which is the hardest thing you can do in Call of the Wild. Even harder than shooting lynx. Don't know where he's gone. He was over here somewhere, but we don't have a way to call for him. So I'll just kind of keep eyes peeled to the east of us. He is downwind of us, so he might well smell us before we see him. Oh, hello. Did I see movement? Yes, I did. What distance? About 60 meters. Got him! I think using the rangefinder bow is a little bit of a cheat sometimes. Even more so than using like a scoped rifle sometimes. But hey, if it gets me the kills, I'm not gonna object. Where are you? You're over there. Fantastic. Oh, hello, there's someone over there as well. Gotta... Seems he comes out the other side of the underbrush, I think. Because he just went in and I can't spot him while he's in there. Oh, these trees are getting in the way. It's no good. Oh, hello! Oh, I don't think... even with the best shot in my... Oh no, he's flying off. Bloody hell, you saw me from 120 meters away, stuck on a hillside up here? God, that bird's got good eyesight. Although I suppose birds do, as a general rule, don't they? They have very good eyesight. Mammals, we have better, like, smell and stuff. Right. Lovely grey-brown female musk deer. Could have hit him a bit further forward, I suppose. But, a fine first kill. Let's keep our eyes out for that bird. But I suspect it's long gone. I'd much rather have a shotgun for the bird hunting, but I didn't have the weight capacity for it. Oh, you know what I should have brought then? Idiot. I should have brought the Colt, the pistol that's also sneakily a shotgun. Should have brought that. I'm a fool. I'm an idiot. Okay. As and when we next appear at an outpost, I might have to make some changes to my kit, but we are kind of committed now. I think that bird's well and truly flown the coop, as they say. I know I would have if I'd spotted someone sat on the hill with guns strapped to their back. I would be well out of there. Siberia still feels a little bit empty sometimes, even after they added the new species. Hello. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I think I see movement. Maybe not. Maybe I don't see movement. Hang on. I'm also going to mute so I can sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, yell all you want. Just pop your head up. Just for a moment. Because I don't know where you are. I think this cat is probably going to be too canny for us. Why is it supposed to sound like a dying chicken? I believe it's technically sounds like a dying rabbit. It's designed to mimic the sound of a prey item in distress. Hang on. Check my inventory. Yes, predator jackrabbit caller. So apparently that's the noise a jackrabbit makes when it's in trouble, like it's been wounded or something. And the idea is it attracts small predators by basically saying, hey look, there's something tasty and vulnerable over here. Come eat it. And no, that the cat has got away from us again. Is today going to be a stream of me getting distracted by cats that then never materialize? That sounds distressingly plausible. Ah, okie doke. That's a track from a deer, though, not a cat. Weirdly, the cats here are class 3 animals, whereas the deer are class 2. Which technically suggests that the cats should be bigger than the deers, but they're not. Like, they're fairly heftily sized cats, because they're lynxes, but they're not bigger than the deer. Alright, we're nearly up at this thing, whatever it was. I'm just having a glance in case the cat comes back. Oh no, we've got to climb a hill. I hate climbing hills in this game. That's the other thing I say in every stream. I say this game is very pretty, which it is, and I say I hate climbing hills, which I do. Actually, I hate climbing hills in real life as well, so I suppose in that sense it's an accurate simulator. Well, it's a fairly pleasant hilltop, I suppose. Bit exposed. Bit cold. It's making me feel cold, even sat here in a fairly warm room with the windows clamped tight to exclude any possible chance of pollen coming in. Oh, hello. Who's that? Another musk deer. Somewhere out to the west of us. Not too far away, but as we don't have a way of calling him, I doubt we'll be able to get in close enough to find him. Unless we get lucky and he stumbles this way. Is it too much to ask for there to be a caller for each different animal? I feel like it's not asking a lot. Yeah, I want to be able to call bison because I always spot them and they're walking in a straight line away from me. And I want to call them musk deer because they're small and they're basically like roe deer, and they're still quite difficult to hunt just because you can't get them close to you. Alright, let's have a look at what this is. Suppose there's anyone on the opposite hill? Nope. Is that noise me, or is that noise another animal nearby? I think that noise is just me. It sounds like bag straps moving. Which is weird, because I'm not doing anything. No one else has got bags around here. Okay. Veliki Podium. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's the Great Vista, place of immense beauty and sacred meaning for the Nenets. Stand here is to gaze over a sacred taiga, protected by its own harsh nature, known and beloved only by those with the will to survive its cold embrace. Dramatic, but you know I'm right. Yeah, he's somewhere off in the trees over there. I doubt I'll get to him, even if he wasn't in the complete wrong direction. Alright, onwards. Onwards and eastwards. Ever eastwards. We've got about an hour. And 3 kilometers to cover. I don't know if we'll do that in time, but my hope is that there's actually an outpost here. Oh wow, we've got a good view of the landscape actually. Might be worth just stopping. Taking it in. There's the railway. There's the lake. The hell is that noise? I wonder if that's another sound bug. You do get those in this game. Well, I do at least. Okay. Can't see any animals out and about on this downslope. Okay. Well, we'll set off. Right, where's render distance? Render distance is about there-ish. I'd like it to be higher in theory, but maybe there is even a setting for it, although I don't think I've ever found one. But you know, the more strain I put on my machine running this, the worse the stream is going to look for you guys. And even if I spotted an animal 500 meters away, what would I be able to do with it? If I walk towards it, it'll be gone by the time I get there. And none of my guns can come even close to a 500 meter like effective range. Even the best ones cap out at 300. And I only hit maybe 2 in every 3 shots at 300 meters range. Oh, hello. Where was that cat? It was over there somewhere. Okay. I'll indulge you. Because that area's fairly open. You might be able to see a little kitty cat moving. Depending on exactly where it is. Then again, if he's in that, maybe we won't. Hello, kitty cat. Kitty cat. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Come on, my viewers say they haven't even seen a cat, and you're like the 3rd or 4th cat we've heard. You could at least show your face. I wouldn't even shoot your face, because it ruins the trophy. Where you at, cat? Where you at? Okay. This bush really provides no shelter whatsoever from view, apparently. Okay, okay. Just on the other side of that ridge, are you? That might be workable with. Gonna blow for you again, okay? I'm gonna hide myself in this tree here, so that you can't see me. Where are you at, cat? Kitty cat. Kitty cat. With all this guff in the way, it could even be quite close and I wouldn't necessarily know it. If I missed it coming over the ridge. Oh, hello. Who's coming around? Oh, there we go. There was a very, very brief glimpse of movement, and he ran away. I told you they were really tough. And they are really, really tough. Ugh. I'm not saying I've never got a lynx, but I don't feel confident in lynx hunting. If we get lynx-related quests, I will probably cry. Not actually cry. But I will say the word cry in a deadpan tone. Oh, tease me with your tracks left behind. Damn. Damn and blast. There'll be others. Foreshadowing. Sometimes, when you don't have many successful hunts, all you can do is foreshadow. And promise revenge. I guess this must be quite a cat-heavy part of the map. Like, we've been to the reindeer-heavy bit of the map. We've been to the musk deer-heavy bit of the map. I guess this is the cat-heavy bit of the map. Because we've heard however many it's been, 3 or 4 of them already today. And it's only been... Oh my god, has it really been like 3/4 of an hour already? Jesus. I think it's long gone. Okay. We'll stop looking behind us and start looking ahead. Or at least we will as soon as we can actually see anywhere ahead. Because the thing about a cat-heavy bit of map is, seeing as cats are too sneaky to be seen, you don't see very much. But I guess we're making good progress. We've more or less halved the distance to our next target. So even if this is mostly just a hike stream, at least we're doing something. If we reach the lake, I am fairly sure that there'll be something on the lake. Okay, anyone through the trees? Anyone on that hill? No. We are still very much alone. Siberia continues to be empty. Oh my gosh. I wonder what bird that is that makes that little noise. Is that a woodpecker? Is that a little, like, kind of a hammering noise? Or is it something like clicking in its throat, like... I can't make a good noise. I can't make a good clicking noise like that at that speed, but... Hello? Is there something behind that rock? Yes, there was another rock. Boo got caught by the auto mod. For the phrase, sounded like the woman. Automod decided that that was misogyny. Sounded like the woman. I'd love to turn Automod off for its horrendously, like, over enthusiastic nature. But I know that there's, you know, however many horrendous words that I'll never think of until I see someone spamming them in chat. Oh, I say don't. No, I don't mean turn it off, but turn like the default blacklist off because it catches stupid things like that. Then you'd have to have real mods. I know. Sorry, you typed that in chat, and I was like, wait, where? I was like, what did I not see when I was looking through my binoculars that you saw? No, I'm not. I'm not going to auto. I'm not going to moderate that boom boom. Unsurprisingly. Oh dear. I don't know what I expected to see when I looked back through my binoculars a second time. Because there's no other human NPCs in this game. They only exist through like text, voice chat and text chat in your missions menu. Oh, and footprints. They exist in footprints. But I've not seen The Grudge, so I don't know what the woman from The Grudge sounds like. Well, I mean, I guess she sounds like, but I can only obviously hear that when I'm doing it. I can't hear that in my ears. Oh, I suppose you're probably not wrong. But are they much hunted animals? I only actually know one kind of booby, the blue-footed booby. That's the only bird booby that I know. I assume there are others. But I always get them confused with the hornbills, which are the other horrendously stupid-looking birds. Is it hornbills or it's shoebills? Shoebills, sorry, not hornbills. I don't even know if hornbill is a type of bird, though it probably is. That sounds like a very bird sort of a name. Hello, we've got an eating zone. That means someone actually comes here, like on purpose. Honestly, I don't even find pelicans as ugly as shoebills. I suppose when I said stupid looking, I meant ugly. There's plenty of other weird looking things. Right, who comes here and has a snack? Oh, reindeer do actually live here, do they? 8 to 12 o'clock. What time is it? 20 to 2. So we have missed them, but not by much. I guess they must, because we're getting near the lake now. I guess they must like that a bit more. Maybe they're less of a fan of like the steep bits down here. They like the flat and the water. Would make sense. I don't have to imagine Boom Boom. That's what every AMAB trans person thinks they look like. Oh dear. But oh, Boar come here as well. That's good to know. In all seriousness, that is an excellently vivid description. Oh, hello. Oh my god, that bear's heard us long before we've heard it. Oh, that's a moose call. I don't want a moose caller. That one. There, I see him. I see him. Oh, he's seen us while I was busy calling him. God damn it! We are having no luck whatsoever today. Right. You gonna stop for me? I don't think I can hit you on the move. No, I don't think you are gonna stop for me somehow. It's not my day today, apparently. At least for hunting. It was my day for Bionicles. Because we finished the game. I'm still super excited about that. That excited. That excited. No, I think Pear's well and truly gone now. Bear caller back. For God's sake, game. That one, thank you. Well, the game has this annoying feature where the change weapon animations can't be interrupted, so you can't put away your you can't put away your moose caller or whatever if you click the wrong button until after you've fully got it out, which for some of the weapons and tools takes ages. I leggled all the bionicles. That is indeed the verb that I applied to those bionicles. Where did that come from? Bloody done it again. What's that? That's done. Don't need that. No, I think that bear is well and truly gone. Oh, this is interesting. It's a Trapper 4. The woods here are haunted. Spirits of dead hunters. Men of reckless abandon. I hope they died with full bellies. Oh, okay. It's like a drying smoking rack type thing. Oh, really? Can I not crawl under it? Fine. He's downwind of me now. So there's almost no chance of me ever catching up with him. Let's stop off at that, I guess. We're making good progress. Although if there isn't an outpost where I think there's going to be an outpost, we might struggle to keep that progress. Can't see very far going this way. She isn't good. I feel like men who die happily and with full bellies probably don't come back to haunt the places that they die. I'm not an expert in ghost lore, what with them not being real and all, but I say that. There's plenty of things that aren't real that I'm like pretty well versed in the lore of. So that was a really stupid thing to say, wasn't it? What are they saying the last 2 moments over? Well, I guess because in typical ghost depictions, you often only stay around as a ghost if you are like unfulfilled or something. You know, you've got unfinished business, or possibly if you died in like a particularly terrible way. And I feel like people who are happy and have full bellies probably aren't very unfulfilled. Otherwise, they wouldn't be happy and full. Strong emotions, yeah, but strong negative emotions. You know, I don't know anyone who came back as a ghost because they were super happy. I can't think of any stories like that. If you're having a really nice time, you could also be a ghost. The world would just be full of the ghosts of 70-year-old men whose hearts gave out during the middle of strenuous activity with a loved one. Anyone? What about those lovey-dovey guardian angel ghosts? I suppose you get, like, ancestor spirits. I don't think they have... Oh! Kitty cat. Kitty cat. How far away are you? Oh, 70-something meters, but there's lots of trees between me and you. And trees notoriously have pretty evil hitboxes that extend well beyond the tree itself. I reckon there is my best shot. Hang on, let's 0 at 60. Don't think I got him. I shouldn't have been greedy with the bow. I should have used... Oh! I got him! Guys, we did it! I successfully bow hunted a kitty cat. I realized I didn't check any of my missions at the start of this. Harvest the reindeer at night, photograph some pillars that are miles away. Fair enough. We're not going to be doing any of that. But, oh my god! That's exciting. That's very exciting. For those of you who don't know the game, This purple splotch is called hunting pressure. It is caused when you kill an animal, and it keeps other animals away from the site of where you shot that animal. And it only appears on your map. It only appears in general once the animal's actually died. So if it splodges up, you know that somewhere the animal you just shot at has died, which is very useful and very cheaty, honestly. But I am very chuffed about that, because I wasn't sure I was going to get that shot, which is why I definitely should have taken it with a bow. Do-do-do. Oh, hello. Oh, no. Oh, there's puppies. Okay, you're a level 6 puppy. How did that not hit you? I think it must have been taken by one of the tree's hitboxes between me and you. They're over there somewhere. Hang on. Didn't realise I'd have another shot at them. And maybe I won't. No, I don't think I will. Oh, hello. Maybe. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. I think they're too far away for my caller to work. The bear caller should also work on those. If they're in range. Right, here's a little kitty cat. Oh, I missed a vital organ. Ah, I got him in there. That's a shame. I should have used the gun after all. Oh, hello. The kitty cat's somewhere over there. What are you still doing around after I fired that gun, you mad cat? I guess this is the bit of the woods where like all the predators live. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, you over there? You're about 300 meters away. Which is a pretty difficult shot on a good day. And this is not a good day. They're not staying still. The 300-meter shot, I want plenty of time to take it. I don't think they're going to give me that. Oh, I nearly had it. Nearly had it. Stay still, puppies. Stay more still than that. More still than that. Yeah, standing up helps give me the height to see, but oh, that's a pigoo. That might be enticed to my location. Yeah, standing up gives me the height, but it means that your aim wobbles more. The more down you are, the less you can see, but the more consistently you can aim at that thing you can't see. I think those walls might be a lost cause. I've lost track of them. Yeah, that's a shame. I was really expecting that shot that I took earlier to actually hit one of them. I thought I'd sort of aimed nice and high to account for bullet drop over the 50-ish meters that they were further away than I was zeroed. But, must have hit a tree. Like I said, the tree hitboxes are pretty gnarly. Which way am I going? That way. Oh, I was looking out for boars. as well, because I just used the ball caller. I do not think there are any boars. I must admit, I wouldn't generally say I've had particular success with the ball caller most of the time. It's one of the weaker callers in terms of strength. A lot of the deer callers are very good. Very effective in calling deer over to you if they're within range. The boar caller, not so much, and the predator callers could be very hit and miss as well. But I don't think that's the caller's fault. I think that's the fact that just the predators tend to be the hardest animals. Okay. No further sign of the wolves. Oh, hello, there's a sleepy zone here though. You can pick that up and get it on our map. Maybe the wolves were even sleeping. Perhaps. This is a pig sleeping zone. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, a pack of sleeping wolves is a pretty dangerous landmine because they're quite easy to overlook. They have a very low profile when they're in their resting position, and so they hide behind quite low foliage, which this map in particular has lots of. And even when you see one of them in advance, you generally don't know how many there are going to be until you take that shot and they all stand up. And that's how I got my, what I call my puppy traumatic stress disorder. How I learned to fear and respect the wolves, because I saw what I thought was like one wolf just on his own, took a shot at him, and oh boy was he ever not on his own. And if I'm lucky, you won't ever have to see me do the little dance of keep away when you're trying not to get attacked by angry animals. That would be nice. My pop grinder? I'm not on Grinder anymore. I tried it out for like a day and was horrified. I would recommend you stay that way, honestly, Boom Boom, from my limited personal experience. I didn't have any like bad interactions with people per se. I just found the interface was just completely useless for what it was supposed to be. Like the matchmaking system is non-existent. So you can't filter out people who you're like you can't sort of easily say no, not this one in advance of them messaging you and you blocking them, as far as I could tell. And there was no way to filter because Grindr gets used by mostly by like cis gay men, but also by various other subcategories of LGBT people. There's no way to like narrow that down to your list of who you're interested. Like I'm not particularly interested in being messaged by cis gay men, to be honest. But there was no way to filter them out. And in somewhere like Bristol, what have you, Brighton probably, where there's a much bigger, much more diverse queer community, that might not be an issue. But in London, it was like, no. These were fine. Well, I mean, if there were any worthwhile men on there, I couldn't see them past the deluge of extremely ordinary, boring, completely pass-upable cis gay men. You know, your standard white guy with a terrible beard who is mostly only interested in showing you his genitals. Like, I'm just not there for that. It says, shame hardly anyone uses Lex. Seems like a good idea. I downloaded Lex. I don't know that I've ever actually used it, but I think I do have it on my phone. Let's see. Yeah, I do. Click on it. See if it shows me that I've ever logged into this thing. No, I've never logged into it. Where are we? Tuzida. Or without fire, the Nenets regard the ground itself as sacred, which is why we don't allow digging or blasting on the expedition. This whole region is our hallowed ground. Conduct yourself accordingly. Is this message specifically for me? The Nenets left a message for me and they attached it to a Soviet red star. That's very weird of them, but okay. It says it's like a secret super queer notice board. I'm kind of vaguely familiar with the concept, and it sounds like a good concept, which is why I downloaded it. I just never got around to using it. Spoopy. Alright, I promise not to use dynamite. Or any kind of explosive, actually, apart from shotgun shells. And bullets, because I suppose bullet casings are definitely explosive. That's kind of how bullets work. Right, how far away are we from where I think the outpost is going to be? About 600 meters. We can definitely do that in 20 minutes. If there's not an outpost there, we're going to have a problem. But if there is, it's very achievable. What's been through here? A moose has been through here. Interesting. Haven't seen any evidence of mooses yet today. How far away is the lake? Oh, we're starting to see the edge of the lake in render distance. That's good news. Because the lake's a big open space, we'll be able to see for miles and miles and miles. If there's any animals out on it, we'll pick them up. Maybe Meese? Let's see who made this. No, this was made by a deer of some kind. Just the one moose, for now at least. Oh my god, this is a big old hill though. I suppose it didn't actually show that on the map. Anyone over there? Some nice clearings. I'd be able to see any animals that were in them from my position of vantage. But they are barren. Empty. Silent as the grave. Anyone behind me? Nope. What is this even marking? Oh, I suppose it's marking this interesting jumbled collection of antlers. Bit macabre, but okay. Alright, what do you got for me? Nenets 3. This lake feeds fresh water to the Nenets and their reindeer. For that they give thanks and sacrifice to the lake, and to their ancestors who travelled this land before them and shared this lake. The Nenets share a bond with their ancestors, the reindeer, and the land that is rare in modern times. Oh, lucky them. Oh, that's lit up. I think that is going to be an outpost then. Because they do that after a while when you get close enough. Okay, right, we can now see out properly onto the lake. Yes! Fairly sure that is an outpost. Is there anything that I can shoot between me and it? Yes! Moose! Meese! Plenty of meese! What rating? That's a 232 level moose. He's only 150 odd meters away as well. Wonder if I can be... Ooh, hello. What's this one? Okay. Let's see if I can be cheeky. And try and get 2 meese. Uh-oh. If I fall down the hill, I won't be getting any meese. Okay. So we'll flag you. Switch to the gun, zoom in. Up you. I don't think I hit you on the second one. Ow! Oh, that was quite a lot of my health. That was quite a lot of my health on the second shot there. Boom says in the summer it's a lifeguard's hut. I assume the lakes must unfreeze in summer, given that they support animals, but I don't know that for a fact. Right. There's the blood. Find me the blood. Oh, no, I did get the 2 hits. Okay. So there's 1 blood. And there is 2 bloods. Okay. Oh no, it's right under a drinking track. It's gonna be bloody impossible to find. Hang on. Right. There's 1 blood. Where's... I need to find a green blood trail. I actually can't find any blood trails. If I'm honest with you. Okay, well, this moose went this way. His friend probably went with him. Alright. This is nice. Bimu says, okay, this is Siberia. True. That's why I said that. That's why I wasn't certain. Alright. Bleed rate is only low. I suppose this ammo isn't super huge. It says, we are searching for the xenomorph? What? I think I missed something there. Oh, green blood! I see, gotcha. It's because my not highlighted track color is green. So I'd highlighted 1 moose that I'd shot, and I was looking for any bloods that had come from a non-highlighted moose, which would be green. Is that blood? No, that's droppings. Okay. Nothing so far from the other moose. They might have gone a fair old way, considering it took them a while to drop and we only got a bleed rate of low. Which isn't ideal. Oh, I should put a marker down there. Okay, well this one actually didn't get very far. That's good. Oh, excuse me. God, I'm a bit hay feverish still. Is that blood? No, that's droppings again. When you're looking for blood tracks, they're basically splodge shaped, but the droppings are also splodge shaped for most species, so it can be difficult to tell them apart at a glance or from afar. Alright, so this was the first moose that we shot of the 2. Boomer says, semi-related, have you seen the absolute state of baby lynxes? I have not seen the absolute state of baby lynxes. What state of baby lynxes in? Oh, we were not very far away from the heart at all then. That was nearly a on-the-spot drop shot. Alright, let's head back. Is that blood? No, that's droppings as well. Actually, seeing as we're in an area of high pressure, it's worth running, because it doesn't matter if we spook any animals, because we won't really want to shoot them anyway when they're too close to all that hunting pressure. Yeah, so... Oh, hello! Oh, well, we did spook you. Boom says they are silly, disproportionate little creatures. Oh, that sounds cute. Oh, those are reindeer tracks. Okay, those aren't going to be helping. Right. Now we need to find a track that comes from the one we shot. Oh. Or maybe those drinking tracks will have just vanished and we can just access this now. That's convenient. Okay. Fabronis. On we go. Yeah, I'll Google a picture of a baby lynx perhaps at the end of the stream if you remind me. I can show it off. See just how silly it looks. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze again, I'm afraid. Oh, I suppose you could DM it to me, but if you DM it to me, I won't. It will be less easy to show on screen without showing off all of our DMs, which obviously we don't want to do. Ow! Ooh, I've also got a bit of a crick in my wrist, which is a good indication that we should stop playing fairly soon. Luckily, we are only 10 minutes to the scheduled end time of the stream. I might go on just a little bit longer if that's what it takes for us to get to the outpost. But we're kind of going in that direction anyway. True. Can do that. We have the technology, I suppose. Everyone telling the old granny how to use their PC. It's not unappreciated, I should stress. Right, Moose. Oh, the bleed rate is very low on this. Kind of surprised for a vital organ here. With an appropriate caliber gun. Like, if I hit you with, like, the Ranger or something, then sure, fine. I didn't hit you with the Ranger, did I? No, I did hit you with the 303. Yep, okay. Well, we're under a quarter health, even though it's supposedly only bleeding out very slowly. There we go. It's just hiding in the reeds. Oh, beautiful. We're less than 300 meters away from where we're going. Perfect. It's like I planned this. Just check in case there's any other animals nearby that I can shoot and ruin the thing that was so neat, it was like I planned it. Alright, another lovely silver moose. Oh, I hit him in the liver. Oh, I guess he just kind of started to move as I took that second shot. It was already kind of a bit wonky because it was a follow-up shot anyway. So actually, it's kind of lucky that I took him down at all. But, lovely jubbly. Off we go. On the last little leg of our journey. I don't feel like I've heard that bird noise before either, to be honest. What do I know? Ooh, we got a rest zone here. That was a moose drinking zone. That's finished now. Oh, we've got a resting zone and a feeding zone here. I think. Maybe that was just another resting zone track actually, and I was being silly. No, it's just a resting zone, okay. Ignore what I said just then. Oh, hello? The level 8 bear. It's currently hiding a bit behind a tree. But you're well within bow hunting range. Oh, the heavy arrows will take you actually. Oh god, there was another one. Hello. Where bear? Hello? Where was the bear? Oh, the bear hasn't died. Did I hit the bear? I'm sure that arrow was inside the bear. Where'd the bear go? Blah. No organs hit. Oh, it was a rubbish shot, apparently. Oh well, never mind. Oh, we spooked a cat in the process as well. With no organs hit, with a heavy arrow there's a chance it will have gone down. But I'm not expecting it to have. So this is a bear and a lynx resting zone at different times of the day. Which is very interesting. Yeah, I'll keep checking the map just to check if it does go down, but we can assume it probably won't. If it does, it'll be a nightmare pickup job because it'll have gone absolutely ages and ages and ages away. Because, like, you know, you can imagine that as it's running, the longer it takes to die, the further away it's gotten. And hence, the more annoying of a job it is to find it afterwards. I thought I had a good shot on him there. Apparently not. Oh well. Oh! Hello? There's something in our sights then. Just for a split second, it gave us a prompt to spot an animal. There we go. So, moose! Moose loose about this hoose. What, you're drinking? Over there? You've missed the lake, I'm afraid. By some considerable margin. Alright. There's actually a couple of you. Oh, and there's one of you who I think might be a male. These might be the meese that we spotted earlier, having just found a different place to drink. Or having bugged out and forgotten this isn't a lake. I'm not sure. Oh, we are super close to the outpost, though. I don't want to get dragged too far away. What's the current distance to him? 150 odd meters. I want to see if I can get an eye on the male, but there's this big old rock causing me grief. Where's the male? He's got his back to us. I think. Yeah, he's got his back to us. Back shots are the hardest ones to make. Because obviously all of the important organs are concentrated at the front. So what I might do... a good enough arrow hit can penetrate like all the way through. But what I might do instead... It's about 100 meters distant. What I might do instead is use the moose caller. If he responds to that, he might turn around and have a look at me. Might go, oh, who's that moose over there? Calling me. Or he might not. Or he might not give a damn. You know what? Yes, I do, Boom Boom. Oh god, there's a lady moose who's interested. She's not the one I was aiming for, but if she comes close enough, I might have no choice but to shoot her instead, because she'll detect me and then she'll warn her friends. Yeah, that was a warning call. Which means we gotta kinda go for her. Oh, I can't figure out, it's because she's downwind of me. Can't quite get a good shot on her. Because she's behind a tree. I don't know if you've noticed a theme with me trying to shoot animals today. Oh, okay, she's left. Has she spooked all the others? You're still there? No, okay. The others are still there. And they have not moved a muscle, it seems. Because moose can be quite stupid sometimes. They are probably the stupidest animal in the game. Maybe whitetails might be stupider. Oh, hello. Uh-oh, he spotted me. Gotta take the shot now. I hit him. I don't think I hit him well. I think I hit him too low. I was aiming for a heart shot, because it's a bit tricky to get a good shot from the front. Your ideal shot on any animal is side on. Apart from maybe a rearing moose. Oh, hello. I'm not going to be able to shoot you, am I? If I can track you, I might. Just need you to pause for a moment. He's paused, but with his back to me. Oh, for God's sake, I've got no heart meter because I've been running. Because I wasn't expecting there to be a lynx. I don't think I hit him somehow. I don't know what happened there. How did I not hit that? No, okay, I did hit him. I think I hit him from the back, which isn't ideal. And if it turns out to have been a really high value lynx, I'll be kicking myself. But female lynxes, actually female animals in general in this game, tend to be smaller than the males, even if that's not true biologically, no. You were not a particularly high quality lynx, and we did get a kill on you. It wasn't the best kill we could have gotten, but it was a kill, and you went down fairly fast. So we're gonna satisfy ourselves with that, because we really are over time now. We're gonna go pick up this outpost. We're gonna Google pictures of baby lynxes. Yes, exactly, Boom Boom. Your message came through as the words left my mouth. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna look at baby lynxes, and then we're gonna call it a day and send you off on a raid. Oh, you're gonna head off now? That's okay, Super Hore. I suppose it is quite late for you, because you're, what, a couple hours ahead of us, right? But it was nice having you here. Thank you so much for showing up. It's 1 PM. Oh. AM. Okay, there we go. No. Right. I was like, 1 PM? Okay, no, never mind. That's not late at all. But no, 1 AM is quite late, and you should be going to bed and getting your beauty sleeps. Right. Claim! There we go. There's a nice little zoomy cutscene where it just pops in. You can sleep all day. A good night for you, fair enough. Okay. We're quitting the game down. Going off to a little transitioning screen while I find you guys someone to raid. So yeah. I want to say a big thanks to everyone for watching. Massive thanks as well to Boom Boom, to Super Hori, for being around in the chat. Also for new follower, Scatterbrain Sophie. It was really nice to see you, and I hope to see you again at some point in the future. Let me see who is live and would appreciate a small handful of viewers that I can send their way. Show the links, you coward. Ah, the links! Yes, the links. I promise I didn't forget in the 2-minute interval between you telling me about the links and me going to the transition screen. Hang on a sec. Oh my gosh, it is adorable. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Window capture. Look at that. That's really cute. I love that. I love that a lot. I'm gonna see if there are any other pictures of baby lynxes that are similarly cute. Oh, look at these! Look at him! He's adorable! Oh, I love them! I love them. But see, this is why people want lynxes as pets. Obviously, like, you shouldn't ever have a lynx as a pet. That shouldn't need saying. But, like, this is why people want it. Because, yes, as Boomy was saying, the leggies. Also, his little eyes. I love the pointy bits on the end of their ears. It's really neat and nifty. Oh, they're just so good! They're just so good. Anyway. I am going to send you on a raid. Not if I can't get rid of this bloody window capture, though. There we go. Let's see who is live. Pickle B is live. Mia is live. Not a huge selection of people are live. I might see if there's anyone else under some of the tags that I often raid people who are streaming under. Who might appreciate something. Sure, let's send you off to Mars of Flame, who's streaming Power Wash Simulator. I've gotta figure out how to spell the name, which is always a tricky one whenever I send you off on a raid. They look like they are some sort of a lynx or cat-based VTuber, which is why I've chosen this person. There is no better reason than that, so don't look for one. You are all wonderful people, as I'm sure you all know, so please do show it when you arrive and behave well, etc. Give Mars a lovely time. I'm sure they will be an excellent streamer for your viewing pleasure as well. If you are looking for me, I will be back at midday British time tomorrow. And I will probably be playing some Jurassic World Evolution, as I think I mentioned, because it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park over the weekend, and I had no idea. But now I do have an idea. and I would like to stream something vaguely relevant for it. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at @DisForDemise, on Mastodon eldritch.cafe /@DisForDemise, where I send out live notifications. And if you want more content like this, there's plenty of past VODs of Hunter on my YouTube channel, as well as part 1 of Bionicle that we did earlier today, and everything else that I've ever streamed. In the meantime, yes, boom, boom, yes, it does. In the meantime, my name has been Dizzy. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a good night. Ta-ra all. Bye.